Hello beautiful souls, it's Mary Rose from PsychicSoulmateReading.com. This video I am going to be doing a 3-card tarot reading for the week June 11th to June 18th. And how it works is because you happenly to land on my channel, that this reading is, and the message is meant for you, no matter what time, even if it's after the date that I just mentioned, it's okay because the reading is meant for you. That is how spirit guides work, and that is the law of attraction. So yeah, so what I'm going to be working with is the Book of Shadows tarot. I had to think about that, and I just love these cards. It's whatever cards call me and I resonate with, and today I'm resonating with the Book of Shadows. Okay, so before I begin, I'm just going to clear the cards, calling on to a higher power, calling on to God, Jesus. Give us a message for our highest good, for what we need to know here and now today. Okay. Okay. Don't need a big shuffle. Cutting them in 3 piles. Okay, so the first card is 5 of Swords, the Moon, and the Empress. Interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to show you really quickly what the 5 of Swords looks like. As you can see, there's 3 women, 3 figures, and one looks like that she's having a victory, and the other 2 feel like they've lost, you know. And as you can see, the woman that has the victory, it seems like that she's putting the other 2 down, or the energy of the other 2 seem like they're not very happy. They feel very humiliated. So what this is telling you is perhaps there's something in your life that you feel depleted from. Something just didn't go the way you expected it. You're feeling a bit separated from what you truly wanted. And it's just what you thought was something that you wanted wasn't what you really truly needed. It's a feeling of some form of somebody humiliating you in some way, or you're feeling like something wasn't done properly, like it was not fair, like it just feels like an unjust. But this is what you're holding on to. This is what you're feeling. It's not necessarily the fact of it. It's just more of the message or the thoughts that are coming through you, making you feel like maybe I did something, or I could have done it like this, and you're really putting yourself down about it because you feel like the victim sometimes. It's like there's a couple of meanings towards this. So it's kind of like talking about, even when you get something that you want, you kind of feel like this is not really what I wanted. I'm not exactly 100% satisfied, and I want more. It's actually a card of looking for more than what you have, but at the same time not being happy and grateful for what you already have. It's almost like you need to count your blessings to feel happy. It's like you're looking for this thing to actually make you happy, or someone to make you more happy, or somebody that will make you happy. Like, I won't be happy until this person is in my life. I can't be happy because I need this person, and the only way I can be happy is if he or she calls me and we get together and we go out. But I'm going to tell you right now, you know, you got to find the happiness in yourself, because it doesn't work that way. People come into your life, to our lives, to show us the love that we have within ourselves, and you got to just trust that whatever the situation is with this other person and the way they're behaving, because obviously it is another person that's making you feel this way or triggering you in some way, even if it's a past love, it doesn't matter. This person is triggering something inside of you that's telling you that you need to go back to something, and there's some work that needs to be done. Like perhaps maybe you haven't forgave that person, or you haven't moved on, and you're still holding on to the idea that you'll live happily ever after. I'm not saying that won't happen. I'm just saying that you're living in the past. You're living in a competitive energy world. Like it's kind of like you're not really looking at what is true in your heart and seeing the truth of your soul. You're not connecting with your soul. That's all it's just telling you. And there's much more. And you need to be happy inside here to experience the happiness with another. That's just the way it goes. So that's kind of like at the beginning of what's happening in our week, or it could just be whenever, even if it's at the end of the week and you're watching this, it doesn't matter. The second card is the moon. Interesting. See, she's going into the water. She's diving in. The moon is very mystical. And we have a new moon, and it's going to be in Gemini on, I believe, Wednesday. Yeah. So that just tells us right there that things are looking brighter for us. But the moon is also a reflective card. So it's really telling us that we need to work on ourselves. Like new moons, okay, when there's a new moon, that's the best time to plant something. And I'm talking about manifestation. The moon, when the moon cycle is in, when we have a new moon, it's the best time to make a vision board, start something. I always get my hair cut on a new moon because it just promotes more growth, right? So that is what you want to look at. You plan your, I plan my, that's how I do. I'm not saying that you need to do that, but that's what I do. And the moon is telling us that we need to reflect and get rid of all of those cobwebs and all of the clutter and all of that frustration that we're carrying, because we will not be able to plant the seeds and create anything new unless we let go of what's holding us back. You can't manifest anything without clearing the past. You cannot do that. You need to get rid of what does not no longer serve you, okay? Now, I know that's a constant thing that we're always doing. We're always clearing the past. We're always decluttering. Yes, I'm a big fan of that. I love to shop, but I also love to declutter and donate things to to homeless people or to people that need whatever, like I always say, your garbage can be someone else's treasure. So it's like always donate things to Goodwill. So anyways, my point is that when you reflect and let go, you actually manifest more into your life. It's pretty amazing how it works, how the universe has it all set for us. And you can do that. You can go into deep thought, listening to your breath, and just asking yourself, you can talk to your soul. Your soul is you are a soul. Connect with your soul and ask, meditate, go inside and ask, what do you need to let go of for this new moon or for whenever, just to let go, to move forward so you can accomplish more in your life. So it's really about manifesting more. We're always looking to strive to achieve higher in our lives. We're always looking to raise our vibrations, and the best way to do that is to let go of what no longer serves you. And a lot of it has to do with maybe attitude change. Maybe there's something that you need to do that will help you to move forward. And I'm not saying that you have to give up on someone. When I say clear and delete, not to give up so much, but it's more about the idea and just surrender. When you surrender, you actually attract more to you. When you think, okay, I know somebody, she wanted to have a baby, and she went and she adopted. Her and her husband couldn't have any children. They thought they did. They were trying. She went and she adopted a baby. Would you know, she got pregnant right after that because she let go. I'm just giving you an example, so just let go, release. And when you release, you actually attract, it comes back to you. Just like with missing objects. If I lose something, I always say, okay, you know what? I'll find it, whatever, or I'll be replaced or whatever. And I find it as soon as I do that, but you got to get into that headspace. You got to go into that meditative state. You got to go into that relaxation and go with the flow kind of feeling, right? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And we are all here to remind each other and help one another to get into that headspace, right? And that's how it works. That's why I do these videos, because I want to remind you that you're a soul living in your body. You're not a human living in your soul. That's not like that. So anyways, the next card is the Empress. And the Empress is a nurturer. She is someone that is very caring, very warm. She is Mother Nature. She is Mother Earth is who she is. And she's a mom, as you can see in this card. She's a mom, and she's putting a bandage on her son's or a young boy, a young child. Looks like I think it's supposed to be her son, because he was playing, and she's in the garden. So it's like, but she's also very strong. She's got all of her gardening tools there. So she's very nurturing, very warm. So it's basically saying that you need to nurture things about what's around you. Like what I was talking about, the gratitude, looking at the little things. If you're not with someone that you've been waiting for and you've been hoping for, it's not because that person isn't ready to come to you. It's because you need to look at what you have right now. So you need to get rid of a lot of the clutter that is in your mind, a lot of the clutter that's all the stories that are telling you you can't, or you can't have that person, or you can't have love in your future, you can't have the love of your life, or the relationship that you're currently in, it's going downhill. No, it's, you know, you can be with the love of your life. Yes, we all have problems. There's nobody that has a perfect relationship. Even when you look at somebody else's relationship and you think, oh, I wish I had that relationship. Everybody has issues, they have problems. It's all a part of our growth. You know, if we don't have arguments or disagreements, how are we ever going to learn something about that person? It's just being careful about using your choice of words, like when you curse and when you use harsh language and when you judge the person that you're having the disagreement. That's when things get escalated, and when things get escalated, hurtful feelings and resentment take over. So this is why you need to watch what you say to someone that you love. Even when you get upset, we all get triggered. It's important to be grounded and to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to speak my truth and I'm going to honor the person's feelings, and I'm not going to judge and call out names, because when you call out names, you ruin the relationship. But when we use curseful words, I don't know if that's a word, curseful, but when we use cursing words and when we judge our partner and say, you're doing this to me, instead you should say, you're making me, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling angry. You know, instead of saying I'm angry, you say I'm feeling a little bit angry. You know, like you have to be very careful, because relationships are very delicate. Even if you've been with somebody for X amount of years, it doesn't matter. You still have to nurture. You still have to take care of the relationship, you know. And it's very important that you watch how you judge, and calling out people by their names is not a good thing, like saying hurtful things. So you got to really be aware of that. Yes, we all get angry, and it's okay to express your anger, but not to attack. You want to be very cautious and be careful that you don't hurt the other person, because that hurt can actually push that person away forever. And the hard part is getting that person back and trying to convince that person that you're sorry, because the sorry doesn't cut it, because that person is still living in their head about when you said that, or when it was said, or whatever the situation was. That person's living in that world, you know, in that episode. And that's what the moon is too. It's being cautious and being careful. So that's another word. That's another meaning for it as well. And the Five of Swords is humiliation. So I gather this is about patching things up. Looking at the way the cards are coming, these three cards here. So just be aware of your choice of words. If there is such a disagreement, be very alert, and also with yourself too. Let's not forget ourselves. Like, we can be really harsh. I can be really harsh on myself. I'll be honest. And, you know, it's kind of like we got to be very careful, because it's a law of attraction. When we say things about ourselves, like how we don't like the way we look, or why can't we have more money, or why can't I have this and why can't I have that? You know, like when we tell ourselves these things, we actually are attracting these things towards us. So that's why it's very important to clean house, because when you want to use the law of attraction to attract something towards yourself and bring about abundance and bring about love, you got to clear the old. Okay, and the Five of Swords is go with the flow, and don't allow yourself to get caught up with the competitive world of the way it should be. Okay, so that's pretty interesting how they all came through here, because whatever jumps out at you is the message that is being told to you. Sometimes you'll get a thought and write it down. I always advise my clients to record my readings. I have people sit here and I say, do you want to record? Recording is good, and also taking notes, because you're going to come back to it and you're going to say, yeah, I didn't hear it the first time. Because when Spirit wants to give you a message, it just gives you a message. Just like I was given a message to do these videos. That's actually 3 years ago in June. It's actually now 3 years ago that I was asked by my guides to start sharing and filming videos. had no idea that it was going to blow up and be this successful as it was. And I wanted to just thank everybody for watching me every week, because I did not expect that. And your kind words mean so much. But like I said, Spirit was told, I was told to do this by my spirit guides. And so I do it because it's out of my heart. And so when Spirit wants to give you a message, it's important that you write it down and listen to what the messages are, because it may not make sense now, but it will maybe in a few weeks. Journal. I highly advise you to journal. Journal this, okay? Love yourself, be in the moment, always be present, and just watch the miracles unfold, and use positive affirmations. I can't tell you how positive and how much life will get so much more brighter when you use positive affirmations, okay? So I hope that this reading was helpful for you. If you'd like to learn how to get a longer reading and an in-depth personalized reading with me, please visit my website, psychicsoulmatereading.com, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed already. I really appreciate and love having you as my audience every week, or I do these twice a week sometimes. And I just want to say thank you so much for all your support and your love and your kind feedback to me. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings till the next video. Namaste.